What it does. About to be telling y'all boys and girls, whoever watching, basically mainly for folks who got a certain amount of melanin to make a certain transition to get this understanding to make a transformation. So if that applies to you, it's gonna hit you how it's gonna hit you in the heart chakra. Based off my experience, I know first in the heart. And depending on how you know what I'm saying, take this as a human, if you let your pettiness of being human get in the way of what I'm saying, it's gonna block the information from penetrating the heart. So you ain't gonna be able to get this info. So if you feel like you can't get this, then like I said in the last video, you can bounce, bounce house. But this gonna be a basic decoding. I'm gonna start at a real low basic level, cause folks think folks be having a hard time understanding this, even if they do got a soul or amount of melanin, they can't get this. So I'm gonna let you know, let y'all know, uh, really the basic understanding of how melanin is activated and you take control of your life, uh, by decoding from a real low understanding, which is gonna be from my point of view of decoding Hey Arnold, really. So I know a lot of you niggas was born in the 90s or the late 80s, whenever y'all grew up watching Hey Arnold. So this can't be too hard or far-fetched for you to understand, or understanding that what I'm saying is basically facts. However you take it, however you want to see it. But all right, so I'm gonna kick it off, let y'all know. Uh, Hey Arnold basically represents the Christ level. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of episodes, you see him and Gerald going back and forth, saying, "Look on the bright side," or Gerald coming through from the dark side. That's why that nigga black. You know what I'm saying? He represents the shadow, I guess. You could say he represents the shadow, him being black, and Arnold. It ain't got nothing to do with him being a white boy. They using our shit. They using our technology, which is spiritual, to use for their own benefits. But I'm showing you, I'm showing you niggas how to take that shit back and use it for your own power, your own will to take control of your own life. So like I said, like Arnold, he represents light, or Horus. Horus represents light. So you can connect this with mythology as well. Uh, Arnold, in one episode, I can't remember, I'm gonna be a little bit out of place, but Arnold, in one episode, I guess him and Helga got into it. And, everybody started they got into it to the point where everybody started taking advice from Helga, all the kids and shit. And then Helga, she was giving them all wrong advice, basically representing the shadow side of all them boys and girls in the classroom. And then Arnold, later on in the later on in the episode, Arnold came through and scratched all that out, all the advice she gave him. And then he said, "Nah, that ain't the way." So you can find that episode. I can't remember which one it was, but a lot of y'all already seen Hey Arnold 50 times, 50 million times as a kid. So this is just a basic understanding coming from my perspective of what Hey Arnold means on a metaphysical level, or the occult meaning of Hey Arnold. And they just Hey Arnold is a lot of these cartoons that tell you science on a basic level. But at the same time, it's to mind control you. Good book to get based upon mind control is Mind Control 101 by Lion Jones. Uh, to continue forth, Hey Arnold, he had his grandparents. He was living with his grandparents. His grandparents represented the great mother and great father nature. That's why his parents was basically, he didn't know if they was dead or alive. symbolizing just like Batman, you supposed to take this path alone on your own. You supposed to go your own way. That's why his parents or his grandparents was less strict. They wasn't as strict. They wasn't really that strict on him because they knew some. They knew from within themselves that there was something in Arnold that could lead him to where he needed to be. And then they ended up dropping the movie in 2017, basically, you showing you that Arnold ended up finding his parents using his based upon his own will. That's what you're supposed to be doing as a true spiritualist, taking control of your own reality just by will. First you get the will, and then you start steering that motherfucker. You don't just drive to put the. You don't just get in the car. You gotta learn how to drive that motherfucker. So that's basically Hey Arnold, the meaning of that on an occult level, and spiritual level. You can say spirituality all you want, but motherfuckers look at religion as spirituality, and it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Storage getting low. Hold on. Damn, video cut short, but I'm back in it. So, like I was saying, uh, basically, Hey Arnold and a lot of other cartoons, they simplify metaphysics and occult science on a simple level. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they show you light and dark. When they get an epiphany, an idea, or a breakthrough, they show a light bulb flashing above the cartoon character's head. That shit might go over your head because you would just think it's just a cartoon when it's not. It's really to hit your subconscious for that control over your mind. These people will be putting out a lot of these movies and cartoons. It's not just for your entertaining, or they. It's not just for them to entertain you. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want to control you. You the food to them. That's what most of these shows and movies be about. So, like I said, this is gonna be coming. This is gonna be explained from me on the basic level, a low level like cartoons. Another one like Powerpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo. He symbolizes when it comes to mythology, the chaos being, or the what's his name, the Monkey King, Mojo Jojo, and the Powerpuff Girls. They symbolizes they symbolize what happens when a melanin is activated. Chemical X is a black substance, pretty much, which is in the blood. I wouldn't say it's the blood itself, but it's in the blood. That's how small you really are. A lot of people be talking about, a lot of niggas be saying melanin, don't know what it mean, don't know who they are, don't know why they came here. They can't they can't really break it down to a decimal as far as knowing what melanin is, knowing that that's what Adam's really about. One of the first guys in Egypt name was Adam or Atom, and you can read about that in uh, one of the books called Science of the Dogons. Hold on, let me look for it. If I can find the book. But Science of the Dogons, you can find it in that book. One of them books is 2 editions, and then another book you can find that in is called Hermeticism by Timothy, the Hermetica, matter of fact. The Hermetica by the law. The Hermetica by the lost, what is it called? The Hermetica, the lost wisdom of the pharaohs by Timothy freaking Peter Gandy. So you can find about Adam in those books. What the fuck was I talking about? As far as atoms and connected to how it's connected to melanin, what it really is when you break it down to the simplest level. common denominator, basically. And when it comes to these cartoons, niggas be overlooking them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Powerpuff Girls, Ed and Eddie symbolizes one consciousness. Ed and Eddie. I can't remember you got the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind represents Ed, the dumb one. The the subconscious mind represents Eddie, and then the conscious mind represents Double D, the smart one. Thinks he knows it all. Once likes to argue. That's the conscious mind. Eddie, he symbolizes the subconscious mind. You can tell that by how you always be coming up with all these ideas to get money, how to get these jawbreakers, always trying to come up with an idea to get an ass. And the unconscious mind symbolizes like the great father or the great mother, pretty much the great mother. In the beginning it was darkness, which is feminine energy. The unconscious mind, that's why your mom is fucking stupid. Not to diss y'all moms who watching this, but it is what it is. She's a Christian, your father is too. Whether they want to pray to any God makes you dumb as a box of rocks because you're looking at some God as something that's outside of you when it's not. It is you. It's just a remix, a remix sloppy version. It's really a pathetic and lousy way to get things done in your reality. You getting things done in a lousy way instead of really just taking control and taking responsibility, taking control of the wheel of your life and drive the fucking boat. You get what I'm coming from? So, and Eddie, he's the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind just, I don't want to really say stupidity. It's just aspects of your mind that you haven't really tapped into yet. You get where I'm coming from. So you can say it's stupidity. It represents the fool on a myth, myth, mythological level. How would you say it? Mythology level. The fool. We are fools because that's what we came here to do, to uncover the fool or shed light to the fool, which is you. You supposed to be down here learning. If you watching this video and this is hitting your heart to bring you to wanting to know more, you supposed to be shedding light on the fool aspect of you. It's to uncover all darkness as much as possible. Uncover all darkness as much as possible for one person to do as much as they can. A lot of metaphysical master teachers, occult master teachers, as you want to call them, they was black. Let's be real. They came out, as far as I know, like Bobby Hemmick started in the 90s. Um, it laid out the groundwork for niggas like me and you who are interested in this knowledge to take forth and take control of the reality. And when teachers like they say take control of the planet back, it's not meaning to take control, take back the planet as far as just stopping at a business level. You don't take back control of the planet physically. You start doing that spiritually. The ultimate goal of doing this work is to transform the goddamn planet into something spiritual, not just leave it at physical. As long as you physical, you gonna always feel pain. You gonna always feel sick. You gonna always need money. You gonna always need something, and you will never fully get rid of the potential danger. You will never fully get rid of the potential danger as long as you in the physical body. That's why you should cherish death. Death in reality is life. The ancient Egyptians spoke on that. Death is life. The ancient Kemites spoke on that. And other ancient mythologies, they say it again one way or another. But back to these cartoons, like I was saying, another one like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You should be able to connect that easily by now based off what I said earlier. Courage the Cowardly Dog, his name itself symbolizes the higher self and the lower self. The courage part of him is his higher self. The cowardly part of him is his lower self. It's Horus and Set put into one. You know what I'm saying? He really represents Anubis, the dog. Anytime you see a dog in a cartoon or movie, basically symbolizes spirit traveling or Anubis. That's why when you have a dog, you always gotta take it out for a walk. You nurturing that traveling part of him or her, whatever the fuck. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what the dog in any cartoon or movie represent. Don't sleep. You can't sleep on none of this. I'm telling you. If you do, just go to sleep. I don't give a damn. If you do, that's on you. Sweet dreams. Uh, but it's hard to for me. As much as I've been studying this, I've been studying this since at least 2014. Had my first awakening in 2013, and I'm just now figuring out that I've been based on my experience. I've been having these subtle awakenings all throughout my life. All throughout my life. So it ain't just starting 2013 with me. That was just a major awakening for me. But I really started getting into that information as far as studying metaphysics and occult science, them two main subjects, on my own, pretty much looking at the lectures and reading the books in 2014, and then I took it up to where I'm at now. Uh, so like I was saying, with Courage the Cowardly Dog, his mom, or not really his mom. See, just another Batman story. He was abandoned in the alley by his parents getting killed or kidnapped or whatever, and then Muriel came and took over. That symbolizes the Great Mother. See, when you gotta leave your parents behind on this when it comes to your spiritual work. You can talk to them, I say, but you don't really get that far doing that. But when you leave them behind to take for your own personal transformation, uh, you go through basically what Courage the Cowardly Dog goes through. He was cowardly at first, then he took the courage to. He had no choice but to leave his parents behind on a spiritual level, and Muriel symbolizes the Great Mother once again. Her being kind, she's nurturing uh, courage, and then on another level, you see where she can act ruthless in certain episodes, which is another side of the Great Mother. So the Great Mother is all these symbols I'm telling you is within the soul, different aspects of what the soul is. So you should see yourself not needing for nothing when it comes to looking on the inside and see that you have everything you need to the point you feel spoiled. I know I be feeling spoiled, and I by my goddamn self. I feel spoiled. I be like, man, sheesh. Whew. I can sleep all day long and not do nothing but no. I'm doing this and other things. Uh, what's another cartoon I can bring up? Man, so many of them, bro. Like, uh, oh man, you got, let's see, I said Ed and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Hey Arnold, uh, I can't really think of it off the top of my head because I'm really flowing off the top of naming these cartoons. Teen Titans. Teen Titans is another one too. Teen Titans, like, you got Robin, and then you got his enemy Slade. Slade represents the unconscious mind. They can't really figure out what Slade's ultimate goal is because they looking at it on a human perspective. They trying to figure out what is he trying to do, what's his next step. When Slade really represents the unconscious mind, he just represents hidden ideas, hidden power, all that. That's as far as the Teen Titans go. Um, so yeah, this video is pretty much just a basic understanding, a regular common knowledge denominator point of view when it comes to all this spirituality talk, and you could say once again metaphysics and occult science.